Section 4 of Birds, Volume 2, Number 2, August 1897. Recorded for LibriVox by Linda Marie Nielsen, Vancouver, BC. The Sora Rail. Various are the names required to distinguish the little slate-colored Carolina rail from its brethren, Sora, common rail, and, on the Potomac River, ortolan, being among them. He is found throughout temperate North America, in the weedy swamps of the Atlantic states in great abundance, in the Middle States, and in California. In Ohio he is a common summer resident, breeding in the extensive swamps and wet meadows. The nest is a rude affair made of grass and weeds, placed on the ground in a tussock of grass in a boggy tract of land, where there is a growth of briars, etc., where he may skulk and hide in the wet grass to elude observation. The nest may often be discovered at a distance by the appearance of the surrounding grass, the blades of which are in many cases interwoven over the nest, apparently to shield the bird from the fierce rays of the sun, which are felt with redoubled force on the marshes. The rails feed on both vegetable and animal food. During the months of September and October, the weeds and wild oats swarm with them. They feed on the nutritious seeds, small snail shells, worms, and larvae of insects, which they extract from the mud. The habits of the Sora rail, its thin, compressed body, its aversion to take wing, and the dexterity with which it runs or conceals itself among the grass and sedge, are exactly similar to those of the more celebrated Virginia rail. The Sora frequents these parts of marshes preferably where fresh water springs rise through the morass. Here it generally constructs its nest, one of which, says an observer, we had the good fortune to discover. It was built in the bottom of a tuft of grass in the midst of an almost impenetrable quagmire, and was composed altogether of old wet grass and rushes. The eggs had been flooded out of the nest by the extraordinary rise of the tide in a violent northwest storm, and lay scattered about the driftweed. The usual number of eggs is from 6 to 10. They are of a dirty white or pale cream color, sprinkled with specks of reddish and pale purple, most numerous near the great end. When on the wing the Sora rail flies in a straight line for a short distance with dangling legs, and suddenly drops into the water. The rails have many foes, and many nests are robbed of their eggs by weasels, snakes, blackbirds, and marsh hawks, although the last cannot disturb them easily, as the marsh hawk searches for its food while flying, and the majority of rails' nests are covered over, making it hard to distinguish them when the hawk is above. End of section 4. This recording is in the public domain.